Hello and welcome to yoga. This is Kimiko with Harmony Wellness Angels, here to bring you another stress busting session of yoga, calm, and peace. So, starting today in a standing position, beginning to rock back and forth on your toes. So, lifting up the heels, right? So, as you rock back and forth, lift the heels of your feet, right? Just noticing how you're feeling, right? What's happening? Feel free to add in some shoulder rolls here, rolling shoulders back, right? Rocking back and forth. Maybe you want to go up on one foot at a time. Maybe separate your feet a little bit, right? Step out wide. You don't have to be close. Add in shoulders back and forth, forth and back. Of course, we add in the breath, breathing in and out through the nose. Right? Checking in with your neck, adding in, dropping the neck forward, the chin down, lifting the head up, stilling the feet, dropping ear to right, center and left, adding in those neck rolls, rotating the head all the way around. And taking your time, maybe you pause on one side, right? Taking that left hand, reaching around, gently pressing against the right temple, extending the right arm out, extending the fingers pointed down to the ground, gives a lovely opening in the side of the neck. Inhale up, drop that left hand down, pressing against the left side temple. And relax the hand down. Bring the arms up to shoulders height, right? So you'll know it's shoulders height when you bend at the elbow, touch onto your shoulders, and your elbows are right in line with the shoulders. So pressing your elbows back and rolling forward, touching those elbows together, opening up. So that's your inhale, open and close, dropping the head, bringing the whole upper body into the mix, okay? Open up the elbows. Exhale, drop them back and down. Inhale, open up. Exhale, bring them down. Open up. Exhale, bring them down. One more time, open up. And exhale, bring them down. Beautiful. Let's bring those arms up all the way to the top. Stretch them up. Plant and press through your feet as you hinge from the hips. Exhale, swing your arms fully down, back, up and around, up, right? Arch back. So it's a full body movement. Exhale, sweeping the arms all the way up. Drop your head when you get down too, right? Drop the chin in. Inhale, exhale up. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, right? You can be as big and exaggerated or as light and easy as you like. Right. Two more. One more. And come back into stillness, bringing hands to the heart center. Mountain pose, right? So mountain pose, it's an upright standing, checking in with your posture. Draw your shoulders back. Tuck your pelvis forward, right? Don't press your hips out. Pelvis tucks forward. Shoulders drop back. Chest lifts. Mouth closed. Breath deep. Setting an intention for our practice today. An intention is a word or a thought that will guide you through your practice, right, or your time on the mat. An example of an intention might be patience, or just to be present, right? What speaks to you, your intention is your own. No one can set it for you. You can move with intention, and it will help to guide you and keep you focused as we practice today. So just a few more breaths here in your mountain pose. As you open your eyes and bring your hands down, bring your right hand over across the belly, left hand up. We'll reach over to the side, right? So I'm reaching to the right side here, right? So facing me, that's going to be the opposite direction. Take your fingers, go up and down your side body, just pressing in, fingertips, right? Massaging sort of the side. You can look up at your arm, down at your foot, whatever feels more comfortable. Press that right hip out. Really step firmly into the left foot. Press the left hip out, not right. Left hip out. Inhale up. Let's switch sides. Right hand reaches up and over. Please notice the difference on each side. Tap, tap, tap. Up and down the side of the right side of the body. Pressing firmly into the right hip. Pressing that right hip out and forward. Looking down at the left foot or up at the right arm. Inhale, come up. Both hands come behind you. Interlace your hands behind you, resting your thumbs on your low back. So interlaced hands look like this, thumbs across. Right? Usually we start with the dominant thumb. If you're right-handed, right hand may be on top, pressing back. So the thumbs press into the low back, gently pressing low back forward. Soften knees, arch back. Inhale, look up. Exhale, come down. As you come down, draw your arms down, open your shoulders, hinge at the hips, halfway, right? We just getting started, warmed up, right? Pressing the left knee forward and bent. Left shoulder drops, right leg presses back. Inhale, exhale, right knee bends, right shoulder leans in. I'm looking over to the right, back and forth. Inhale, exhale. So we eliminate the hands and really focus on the hamstrings, backs of the legs. Inhale and exhale. Let that upper body go down. So it's a half forward fold. So back and forth to the rhythm of your own breath. You can move as slow or as fast as you like. Bending in, back and forth. One more breath. Bring the hands down and forward. Let your hands dangle. Let your head dangle. Shaking head yes and no. Swaying side to side. Swaying side to side. Taking one hand to each elbow. Dropping in. Forward fold. Inhale and exhale. Drop your hands down. Start to roll up. Keep your chin tucked into your chest. Roll up. All right, inhale, reach hands all the way up. Exhale, fall forward all the way. Hinge from those hips. Bend at the hip, flat back. Head drops, hands drop. Elbows. Take each one. Tuck your chin way into your chest. Right, so as opposed to bringing your elbows into your body, take your elbows out, bring your head in, right? Sway side to side. Drop those hands. Roll up. Last time, inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold. All the way down, take your right hand across the outside of the left ankle, straighten your legs if possible. Reach your left hand up, look up. Again, neck sensitivity, you can always look down, right? If you can look up, look up. Exhale, roll up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fall forward. Drop down, left hand to the outside of the right leg. Reach up. Look down or look up. Straighten your legs if you can. Okay. Drop the head down, drop the hands down, tuck the chin in. Roll up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fall forward. Bring those hands down, right? Hands down, bend the knees. Knees come down, gently come down. Relax the tops of the feet. Right, so tops of the feet rest down. So check in with the tops of your feet. Sometimes it's difficult to really press against the tops of the feet, right? So check in with your feet. Maybe you have lots of space there, right? And you would notice that. Rotate, maybe if your toes are feeling crampy or tight, right? Separate your knees about hips width apart. Shift your hips side to side. Start to take some nice big hip circles. So dropping hips over to the left, back and over to the right and up. Hip circles, right? And feel free to tuck your toes if that feels good. Maybe resting on top doesn't feel so good. Tucking is also an option. Press back. If you have knee sensitivity, you can take your mat, double the mat. This is just a little trick for you. Your mat becomes a pad for your knees also, right? So continue on with those hip circles. Just if you need that, you have that as an option. Okay, sometimes being on the knees is not the best. Shift hips to right, look to the left. Shift your hip way over to the right, look way over to the left. Walk your hands way over to the left as you shift your hips to the right. Inhale, exhale, come up, shifting hands and hips to the left, gaze to the right, shift. Again, it will feel different from side to side. One more time, shift. Hands, shift left, gaze, shifts left, hips, shift right, and one more time on the other side, shift the hands. Hands come down, slide your legs back, slide your pelvis forward, keep your shoulders drawing back, soften through your elbows. Tops of the feet are completely down, right? Elbows bend in close to the body, right? Shoulders back. So if that's too intense on your hands, you can also take Sphinx pose. This is your Cobra pose, right? Arching in the low back, right? Sphinx as an alternate. Pressing through the hands, hands under shoulders. Inhale. Press all the way up if you like, or stay low. Soften those elbows and keep them underneath your ribs. Lift your head. Inhale and exhale. Lower down. Touch the forehead. Inhale, press up. Remember, you can alternate, stay low, Sphinx. Whatever you do, drop your shoulders back. Dropping those shoulders back gets into that low back. Inhale, come back. Press back. Find your way into child's pose. I'm coming off the mat, so I'm finding my way back in. Press your hips back and down, forehead down, child's pose. Child's pose, your arms are extended fully out, resting on the palms. The lower portion of your arms are raised ideally. Sometimes it feels better to drop here. Depends on what's going on in your shoulders or your neck or your head. If you can drop your forehead all the way down, please drop your forehead down. Feel free, take liberty, agency, open your knees, drop your head, make room for the upper body. Rest down. Inhale, come up. We're going to lift. Bring the knees back. We're going to lift the hands up off the mat. We're going to bring the right leg forward, right foot forward, sinking into the hips. Notice I'm not upright. My knee is not behind my ankle. Sit into it. Press into the foot. Open up this quadricep, this inner thigh. Press against your right thigh, right? Look forward. Arch back. Extend your arms. So your arms get straight here. You're like pushing against the top of the thigh, not on the knee. Top of the thigh. Inhale and exhale. Look back. Straighten up the leg. Lift the ball of the foot. Keep the hip lifted. Drop the right hand down. Drop the head down. Inhale. Press the foot forward. Exhale, come back, straighten up the leg. This time, take both hands to the outside of the right leg. Remember, hip stays lifted, stretching out that IT band side. You can even reach around for the right ankle and drop your head. Inhale, exhale, come up. Right? We bring the hands to the inside. Switch. So left knee replaces right. Left leg replaces right. Same thing. Notice the difference. Inhale, press up. Straighten the arms, arch back. Ideally, sliding the leg back helps you to get off that kneecap, right? We don't want to be crashing on top of the kneecap. You want your kneecap behind you. Exhale, straighten out that leg, hip lifts, toes lift, drop the head, hands come back alongside the hips. Inhale and exhale, come up, press the foot down, arms straighten out, press back, come back again. Remember, reach around to the outer side of the foot. Keep that back hip lifted. Drop the head. Stretch out that IT band. Hug the inner thighs together. Inhale, lift up. Bring that knee back. Tuck those toes. The arms are out. Wrists are away from the shoulders, not underneath. Slightly away. Tucking those toes behind us. Right? Toes tuck. Arms out on an angle. Inhale, lift the knees. Press the hips back. Downward facing dog. Head behind the arms, ideally. Step the feet out wide. So a wide-legged downward facing dog. Wide legs. So my feet are to the edges of the mat. Literally almost off the mat. So bringing the feet right back onto the mat. Look forward. Look back, right? If you need to come down onto your knees at any time, feel free, right? So lower the knees. Tip, touch, press back. Right? So again, if you need to take a break in between or just stay down in between a movement, please feel free. Inhale, exhale, lifting onto the balls, touching down to the knees. Press back. Breathe. All right, we breathe, breathe, breathe. Press your legs back. Draw your energy up. Try not to sink into your wrists. Draw back up into your shoulders. Exhale, knees down. One more time, knees up. We walk the feet up, look towards the hands, walk them up right onto the outside. Forward fold, reach around for the ankles, let the elbows bend out. Oops, gotta stay in the camera. Elbows bend out, tuck back in, and roll all the way up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, star pose. So you become a star, right? So we're just out to the side, right? Lean over to the right, right? Pivot the right foot so that left arm is up in the air and star becomes triangle. Press that left hip back, drop down. And by the way, triangle can be right here, right? Because the triangle is in your leg. So instead of bending that front knee trying to get to the bottom, keep the leg straight, keep that arm raised, rotate that left hip back, look up at the left arm if you can, or once again down at the right foot, hug the inner thighs, and be a triangle. Triangle opens your heart. Keep your chest and heart open. Inhale, come up. Reverse triangle, hand behind the back, right hand reaches up. Notice my feet don't change. My right foot's toes stay pointed forward, reach back, arch back. Inhale, exhale, triangle. Lift that left arm up. This time extend. Take your arm over your left ear. Left arm over left ear, triangle pose. Inhale, come up. Reverse. Reach up and over. Beautiful job. hand down, pivot the feet. So right toes pivot, left toes pivot, right? So we become a triangle on the left. Once again, triangles in the legs. So as opposed to trying to bend and reach, maybe your triangle is here today. Draw your right shoulder back, lift your arm up, look up towards the right side. Almost 100% of the time, we feel different from one side to the next. Very rarely do we feel the same on both sides or have the same level of flexibility or extension. Okay? So inhale, up, reverse. So what can you notice about yourself? How you're feeling? What's happening? What are your thoughts? Remember your intention if you set an intention. Triangle pose. Come back up. Maybe this time you extend your triangle. Arch back. Extend down. Reach that arm over. Beautiful job. All right, let that right bicep rest on the right ear. If your head is falling, pick your head up, right? If your neck feels weak, draw your arm back. Take your hand behind your back and look down at your foot. Maybe your neck is feeling strained. You don't want strain in your neck. Neck stays open. Inhale, come up. Pivot those feet right back to that star pose. Both toes going forward. Inhale, the hands up. Exhale, hands to hips. Arch back. Come forward. Turn toes out. Each toe comes out as we hinge forward into wide legs, right? Wide-legged forward fold. Hands come down, right? And you can slide your feet out a little more. Give yourself space to bring your palms down. Now, if hands are not coming to the floor, you bring your floor to your hands. Raise up onto your fingertips, right? Totally fine. If you have a book nearby, right? Even if your hands are here, right? You can imagine that a book or a block, a yoga block is in front of you, right? So don't be so pressed to go down and compromise your back, right? So if your legs are really tight or your hamstrings are really tight, maybe you're here. If you can go down, palms down, nice and flat, shoulders back, drop your head. Right hand underneath your face, left hand sweeps up. Exhale, bring that left hand down, replace, arm nice and straight, shoulders try to stack. All right, so we want that right shoulder on top or in the same line as the left shoulder. And once again, those fingers can tint, helps bring the floor to you. Hands to the outside of the ankles and down. Tuck chin, roll up. Star pose, inhale up. Arms all the way up, thumbs touch. Exhale, forward fold, wide legs. Down to the ankles, drop your head. Let those elbows splay out, draw yourself in, right? Feeling that opening in the legs, all in the lower body. Inhale, start picking yourself up, keeping your chin tucked, right? We're pivoting right foot forward, left foot forward, right? So we're shifting back now. So you are wider than you were. If you need to step in just a little more to get a little stability, right? Because you want to be stable, right? That's totally fine. As you lean forward, we're leaning that right hand into the right corner. And we do want to bend the knee here to help us out, right? There's no need to bend with a straight leg. Soft knee bend, right? Reaching out to the right corner, getting your hand down, getting stable. Left hand onto the left hip, pressing into the right foot, lifting the left leg, right? For a half moon, oops, I'm out of the camera again. I'll step back. All right, so reaching again, bent knee, forward, reaching lifting the leg. You can look forward. I'm still out of the camera, so once again, let me come back. So when I lean down, yes, I can see me now, so that means you can see me. As I press into the right foot, get light on the left, my hand comes down, I lift my leg, look up. You can change your balance just by changing the direction of your glance, right? Looking down, keeping that left leg lifted, look to your left. Look to your left. Bring that left hand down. Bring that left foot in. Roll up. Beautiful job. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fall forward. This time we're going to keep the left foot in place, right? So left hand kind of goes out to the left side, diagonal to the left foot. Right? Right hand goes onto the right hip. We lean into the left foot. We lift up the right leg. We lift up the right arm. And again, right, you can look down, but moving your head changes your balance. Right? Feel free to rotate the foot even at the ankle. Right? Check in with your balance. Hand comes down, foot comes down, bring it in, and roll up. Excellent. We must check in with the balance. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, falling forward. We're going to bring it down. Right? We're going to bring down right knee gently, left knee gently. Toes come together. Press back, reset, drop into child's pose. Child's pose, inhale. Exhale. 3 breaths here. Walking those hands over to the left. Walking those hands over to the right. Walking those hands back to the center, keeping the left hand up and out, extended, left arm, right arm reaches up, coming under and over for a shoulder stretch. Beautiful opening on the right shoulder, dropping down on the right, extending that right hand up. You can also take it behind your back if you like, right? Just pressing on the right shoulder, right side of the face. Pressing through that left hand. Right hand down. Same thing, other side. Lift the left hand up. It's threading the needle. So left hand comes behind. Left side of the face drops down. Right arm stays down. Or it can come behind the back. Pressing through the right hand. Right. Finding our way down onto our seat. Making our way down. Sitting up in what we say 90-90 position. Now, if the right knee, so here's the deal about this. If you're leaning forward and the hip on the back is lifted, right, that could mean that you need some support for the knee, and that's okay. It's a little pillow from the couch. We have all the things we need, usually right in our own homes, right? So everything doesn't have to be necessarily a store-bought yoga prop. You can use things in your home for a prop. If you don't have a pillow nearby, another option is maybe a rolled up towel, just something to support the knee. At the end of the day, the main thing is that we're not off of the hips. We want to be stationary on both hips, which would thereby stabilize the chest. You can bring out your knees as much as you need to and the foot as much as you need to. Your foot can be close to your thigh or away, but both hips down, sitting up straight. We're not leaning. There should be no lean, so just check in with yourself. Draw that left shoulder back to be sure that you're sitting up nice and straight. So this is our 90-90 position. Take your right hand to the outside of the left thigh. Reach that left hand behind the back, right? Left hand is behind the back, fingertips pointing away. Bring your hand close to your spine. So spine, center of the back, right? So your hand is close to the spine as it can be. The right hand, that's my left hand close to the spine. Right hand hugging around to left thigh, reaching around, shoulder going back. This is a twist, right? It is a twist. So if you've just eaten, twists are not real happy, right? Because we're squeezing our digestive system. So not ideal if you've just had food. Reach around to your left. And we'll switch. We'll take that 90-90 position on the other side. Again, 100% of the time, it just feels different on each side. So turn around, check in with your hips. If there is space here, this is also another place you can put what I call a space saver blanket or a pillow, right? Sitting up nice and tall, nice and straight. Left hand comes to the outside of, backside or hamstring of the right. Right hand comes behind you, fingertips away. Look around. Look around. Nice twist. Come back to center. Straighten your legs out. Straighten your legs out. Shift the weight equally on both sides. Use your body, right? Not your hands. Pick your hands up. So you use your glute muscles, the gluteus maximus muscles, to find that stability in the legs, right? Find the sits bones, which are your two bones from your glutes and the tailbone that ends at the tail of the spine. Find those three bones. Sit firmly. Sit up with your hands on your lap. So again, posture becomes important. Feel free to bend or soften the knees or make them as flat as you like. Make the connection. Notice the straightness of the spine. Inhale, look up. These are seated cat and cows. Exhale, round, right? Round, round, round. So hands get really light. Shoulders get rounded forward. Inhale, we lift up, lift forward, lift the chest, lift the heart, lift the head. Big inhale. Exhale, round, tuck, tuck chin, round shoulders. Hands light. Inhale. Exhale, right? So those cat and cows, great for the upper back. Great for the spine. Inhale. The spine loves this. It's excellent for your spinal health. I've learned that we are as old as our spine is flexible. Right? How many people do you know with back situations, right? Back challenges. Keep your spine healthy and flexible. It will be to your benefit throughout your life to have a healthy spine. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, lift, and exhale and round. Beautiful. So now we're going to bring ourselves down onto the back body, onto the mat. So I'm, again, using my glutes to work my way up. So my feet are at the top edge of my mat. And I want you to use your core here. This is a little bit of core. Legs stay stationary, right? Hands can stay onto chest or shoulders. Now notice your upper body becomes the lever. Again, we're strengthening through the core. Do not hug and clamp your neck. Open your throat. Lean back, right? In fact, if you keep your hand up here, right? So when your elbow gets close, right? You come back up. Right? So that will help you keep your back up and your chest open. We don't want to round because we don't want to stress the neck. Want to lift forward, press through your back. Inhale, exhale, lever in the upper body. Slide your way back up. Right? Inhale, exhale, lever. Use your core. Come back up. Lean forward. Inhale. So really you're using all of your core muscles. Lift, lift, lift. And then come all the way down. Right? I'm going to slide back in again. Hug your knees into your chest. Rotate all the way around. Let's create some lovely hip circles. All the way around. Bring the feet into it, right? So use your feet. Let them go all the way around to the right. And then all the way back around to the left. So this not only massages the low back and relieves those ab muscles, right? But also your feet get a little love in the process, right? And the feet are our foundation. So hugging knees together, legs stationary, arms out, right? Shifting the hips to the right because we are going to let both knees fall to the left. Both knees to the left. Now, if you want a little more, that right foot on the top, you can extend the right leg out. But here, that right shoulder is likely popping up. Bring it back down, spread your right arm out, and look to the right. Look to the right. And then release the foot. Bring the knees back together. Bring those knees back up. We'll shift hips. Hip jump to the left. And then drop the knees to the right. And I have a couch here, so I can't necessarily extend my leg over, but I can extend it up. And that too feels equally as good. So I can still reach my foot and extend it up as much as I like. And that helps this IT band side of my foot. And again, my right shoulder is fully down. My left shoulder is fully down. My left arm is out. I find my way into this beautiful twist. And then I bring my knees forward together, extend. So I'm back into the center, extend both legs up. This is a great time to have a little self-massage, which is great for your circulation, by the way. Pressing fingertips into your legs. It doesn't matter how old or how young you are, right? Because we spend our lives in a downward motion where the blood is flowing down, legs up is a form of an inversion, right? Rotating the ankles, pressing, right, against the thighs, outer, inner, right? Not only does it help our blood flow, circulation, lymph nodes, it also just feels good, right? It just feels good. So really pressing, and then you get to notice what's happening in your body. What's happening in your body, right? Stretch your arms out over your head. You can also bend. So if your shoulders are not connecting here, when you stretch your arms back, if you have space in your shoulders, please bend your elbows. Bend your elbows, right? It will help you. Right, so arms back if you can. So really one more time, or one more way we use the core. Let the legs now become the lever. Inhale, right? And then exhale, bring them back up. You can go as far down or stay as far up as it feels good, and you can manage it without gravity just taking your legs away, right? Drop down, come back up, right? We'll do I'm sorry, a total of 3. Exhale, drop back down, come back up, hug those knees in. Let's take those hip circles, right? All the way around. So if you had a pencil between your knees and we're drawing a circle on the ceiling, that's what it should feel like. Massage that low back. Soles of the feet together, like you're clapping the bottoms of your feet. Let your pinky toes rest down. Bound angle or Baddha Konasana, or Baddha Konasan, depends on where you studied, right? Sanskrit names. All right, so just rest here for a moment. We've been doing quite a bit. So now we want to take some time and just allow the body to settle. Notice all the sensations and the feelings that we're having right now. Maybe your mind is drifting. Please return to your intention. Remember, your intention for your practice keeps you focused and guided throughout the practice. Inhale and exhale. So as you inhale, belly rise. As you exhale, belly falls. And maybe even take one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. So let your belly rise up, let it fall. Notice the beat of the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then bringing your hands down to your side, closing your knees up like a book. Now is the time to extend your body out long. So I'm just sliding back a little bit, taking the final few moments of our practice to rest, right? This is the best part. This is the part that we all love. I call it the dessert of the practice. Our Shavasana, final resting pose. Resting here, just allowing the benefits of the practice to settle, right? Just allowing that sense of coming down, of like, yes, I just get to rest. Resting is healing. Rest is required. It is not optional, ladies and gentlemen. We must rest. We cannot heal. We cannot progress. We cannot work, cannot function if we're not rested. Please take time to rest. Take these final few moments to just spend resting your body and then resting the mind, reminding yourself during this time to just focus on your breath, to focus on the inhale and the exhale. Now, beginning to introduce or reintroduce movement, just wiggling toes and fingers. Maybe starting to bend the knees up, bend the forearms at the elbows, rest the feet down, let the knees rest into one another, and then take your windshield wipers and shift your hips side to side. You can go as far or stop as short as you like, right? Maybe you want to hang out on one side a little longer than the other. Turn your head side to side, right? Reintroduce that movement back into the neck. And when you are ready, you will turn over to your favorite side, or the side that you're drawn to, right? Shifting hips to the opposite side, resting on the shoulder. If you have a shoulder injury, maybe you choose to go onto the opposite side, right? Or maybe you just favor a side. We do have our favorite sides. But whichever side you're lying on, take your open hand from the arm that is free, right? This arm is free. It's not the side I'm lying on. I take my hand, place it out in front of me in a comfortable place. Roll forward, pressing into that hand. It's a gentle way to come up without jarring the neck. The point is to come up without jarring the neck, right? I return to a comfortable seat. This is Sukhasana, just easy cross leg. It's the pose I enjoy. I sit comfortably here, right? Just want to sit and just be. Right, so just taking a moment here, moving the upper body, maybe a few spirals back and forth and back. Chin down into the chest, rolling forward. Once again, those cat-cow positions. This would be your cat. And you inhale forward for your cow and lift. Exhale back for the cat. Inhale forward for the cow. As we begin to bring our practice to a close, you can take your hands to your heart center or center of the chest. This is Anjali Mudra, prayer hands, palm to palm. Or hands to heart, expression of gratitude, right? Just being grateful for being here, for being present, for taking time, for self-care, for releasing, resting, healing today. It is my absolute pleasure to lead you in this practice. Always my intention that we part ways feeling just a little bit better than when we came together. Thank you for joining me, and namaste.